My theory is that the more closely linked you are to The Conjuring, the better your film is. This is not closely linked to The Conjuring.
The Curse of La Llorona.
Okay, it's the second film that isn't in the Conjuring franchise, but is set within the Conjuring universe technically because they brought back one character from Annabelle for a few minutes, which is the worst film in the Conjuring actual franchise, but this film helped make sure it's not the worst film in the Conjuring universe. The Curse of La Llorona stars Linda Cardinelli, who I love in general, as a very frustrating character. Within the opening 10 minutes, she is told you shouldn't go in there alone, and then does and almost gets murdered. She tells these two boys, don't worry, I won't let anything bad happen to you, and then they die, and she is told you should take on less work, spend more time at home with your kids, doesn't listen to that, and then accidentally brings home a curse to her children that it wants to murder them. I mean, god damn, she is just annoying, but don't worry because she's not the only one. This is one of those horror films where every single character at all times is very focused on making the worst, stupidest decision they can in every scenario. God. Yeah, I mean, these children. Oh, I hate them. This kid, whose mother brings him to a murder scene where two children's bodies are lying, like, awful choice on her part, but she brings them there, and then he is told to stay in the car. He gets out of the car. He wanders off at night, like, down by the docks. It's this horrible, like, looking rough place, and then approaches the woman dressed in white, crying in this random alley. Oh god, he's so stupid. Like, it didn't even make any sense that he would walk up that direction. What was he even doing? You know, like, it's such a baffling non sequitur that happened so the plot could happen. And then, once he gets back to the car, his mom's like, are you alright? And he's like, yeah, doesn't tell her about this woman attacking him and his sister for no reason. He's not actually led so far to believe that she's like a demon or anything. Just no reason that he wouldn't mention that. Also, you've been like marked, like this big brutal burn mark across his wrist. So you could at least be like, there's a crazy woman out there, look at this. You know why he didn't? So that once again the plot could happen and his mum could get blamed for those marks later. When they managed to fit in the go ask elderly knowledgeable person for help trope in the opening 25 minutes, and it's a priest who literally says the line, La Llorona. I haven't heard that name since I was a child. I almost love how silly and basic this is, but I absolutely don't. Because it is just so bad. It's awful. I mean, the entire point is that this ghost thing has to, like, mark children so she can then, like, haunt them, come after them, or whatever. I think. They don't really explain it well. But she has to haunt them and, like, pursue them in order to mark them. So how does that... No, haven't figured out how that works. There are a couple of scenes that are not awful. I mean, the car scene with the kids, they're really stupid in that scene, but, like, it's kind of scary spooky. But then there's other scenes, like the umbrella scene, which is just so dumb. And I mean, how often are you going to just, not even, like, repeat basic tropes from the genre? How often are you going to repeat yourselves? How many times in this film is there a moment where there's, like, dripping water and they're like, and then look up and she's there, like, oh, stop doing that. It's so frustrating. The silliest part of the actual plot itself is that this mother is so checked out after, you know, the death of her husband and all the stuff going on at work, that if the ghost was just smart enough to not haunt her as well, just grab her kids, she wouldn't even notice anything was wrong until they were gone. Like... The irony of Velma being this terrible at solving a mystery, it hurts me. The words produced by James Wan have genuinely been used for more evil than any other words on this planet. Most misleading bit of marketing I've ever seen. It's so frustrating. It is such a bizarre film. I've seen it like 3 times now. The plot leaves you with so many questions that you just start writing them all down and then you're left with a page full of random inane questions instead of a review that you're meant to be writing. Anyway, but seriously, this mother, she experiences this demon in her home. Absolutely terrifying. Strong, can do whatever she likes. So she stays up all night with her kids, sitting next to a bed with them, with her baseball bat. Not letting them out of her sight. And then the next morning she just goes to work, leaves her kids at home alone. So that, yes indeed, her son could be thrown down the stairs by the demon. What did you think was gonna... Like, so annoying. And I didn't even get started. I haven't even mentioned the weird folk shaman guy. who just turns up. He says "ta-da" in the big final scene. He is the most, like, weirdly deadpan, ridiculous character I've ever seen. Why was he there? What was going on? And this mother doesn't even throw him out of her house after he fully admits that he was using them as bait for the demon. What? Like, oh, I'm giving The Curse of Supernatural Horror Fatigue on American Cinema 1.5 stars. Fucking doll. I mean, they go like, here, this line, as long as we don't go outside, don't break this line. She can't get in. And it doesn't take 2 minutes. It doesn't take 2 minutes after that happens for this little girl to go, oh, my doll's out there. Better break the line and get it. Oh.